What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Hayden. This is where we talk about all things business, finance, or entrepreneurship related. A giant portion of this channel is dedicated to credit cards as far as we use them for reward points, booking them with travel, or just getting more value out of them that we put in. If that is something that you find interesting to you, which you obviously do because you're watching this, please consider subscribing and liking this video at the end of it if you found I've done it justice. So today what I want to jump into is something I have mentioned in a few of my videos in the past, and that is American airline miles. I think for sure, hands down, you get the most bang for your buck with these miles, meaning booking with a cash ticket opposed to a ticket with mileage. You pretty much always come out on top with American Airlines, and it's by a huge amount. Not only because of the redemption rate are these miles so valuable, but it's also how difficult it is to accumulate these cards. And the reason being is with American Airlines, they don't have transfer partners with most banks and most lenders. Like if you have American Express or Chase Bank, you're able to transfer those points out to United, British Airways, JetBlue, Delta, etc. Most banks don't have a transfer partner with American Airlines, so getting those points to accumulate is much more difficult. And so what I'm going to do is walk you through a couple of scenarios, whether we purchase a cash ticket or purchase this with actual American Airline miles, what the rate really comes out to, and you can actually see exactly how much value you're getting per mile spent. So let's get straight into it. All right, guys, so let's get started. I'm gonna do a lot of common flights that I've seen around, that I've personally done, and flights that I'm also planning, so it's as unbiased as possible. So a flight that I am hoping to do with a couple buddies is going to be Miami to Quito, Ecuador. So let's look at it with miles, and then let's look at it with the cash price side by side. So just like booking anything that you're planning in advance, you definitely want to play around with the dates. This is just an estimate. You know, if you find a way better deal, but your trip is a day shorter or a day longer, maybe it's worth it. You have to weigh that out for you. So let's just look at this as the bare essentials of what we're doing right here. So doing this trip with these exact dates, flying in economy with my miles, is going to put me at 37,500 miles. Now looking at it with the cash price with the same date, same trip, it's $532. So if we just look at those points as a 1 cent to a 1 point ratio, which is extremely conservative, and I'm going to show you why, that 37,500 essentially comes out to $375 if we're doing a 1 cent to 1 point ratio. That 37,500 miles is getting us a $532 flight. Now you're getting 1.4 cents per mile spent, which is a major difference compared to 1 cent to 1 point. Let's look at it at business class, see what it comes out to. Okay, so you would have to mess around with the dates, but it looks like it's going to be $1,300 either way. Okay, so I will go back. Let's pick the 5th until the 11th. Okay, so that exact flight in business class, changing the dates with your miles, is going to put you at 60,000 miles, 30,000 each way, okay? However, business class over here is outrageously expensive. If we just bought it outright, it would put us at $1,640. So now, again, if we're being conservative and saying 1 cent to 1 point, that's 60,000 miles that it puts us at, which is $600 at 1 cent to 1 point. But again, in reality, we're actually getting more value because this would be $1,600 if we bought it in cash. So at that rate, you're now getting 2.7 cents per mile spent. That is an insane amount of savings. All right, now let's take another example. Let's do Miami to LAX. Now, if we did from June 6th until June 12th, you're at 12.5 thousand miles each way. So this is going to cost us 25,000 American Airline miles. Now, the cheapest one you can see for that flight out of Miami to LAX is going to be $374. I can't find it. There's a bunch of them, but that's the cheapest one, is $374. So again, you're being conservative. Let's just say we're doing 1 cent to 1 mile for this valuation. That's $250 to get a $374 flight. So if we're able to use that math and we just divide the 374 by 250, it's putting us at 1.49 cents per mile spent. I mean, this is... So again, let's do the same flight. Let's do business class. By the way, business class and first class with American domestic are usually the exact same seats. Just to let you know, they put everything as first class. So business class, we are now looking at a total of 65,000 American airline miles to do a round trip. Let's look at it as if we just purchased that flight. So if we just purchased that flight, let's see if we could find the just cheapest one. Hold on. Okay, I think this is the cheapest one that I have found. And again, usually first class and business class are the exact same seats. That's why you're going to see first class being cheaper than business class sometimes. They're the same seats. So we're talking 65,000 miles if we do this with our miles, or we are going to pay $2,197 in cash. So again, 1 cent to 1 point puts us at $650 to purchase almost a $2,200 flight. Okay, so now let's do the exact same thing. $2,197 divided by 650. You're getting 3.38 cents per mile. I mean, the evaluation here is an absolute no-brainer, and why I stress getting an American airline branded credit card so bad. Because not only are these points worth so much, they're very scarce, they're very hard to accumulate, so it's important to have them and get them while you can, while there's big sign-up bonuses out there. So let's do one more example here. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and change it up. I will do another common trip, Miami to JFK. Aha, good. This is a great example, actually. Now, not always is it the best time to use your miles to book opposed to paying the cash dollar. As you can see, the cheapest one for this flight is $207, but in your miles, it's going to cost us $25,000 round trip. So in that sense, we're actually losing a valuation that way. If we did 207 divided by 250, that's putting our points at only our miles, at only 0.828 cents per mile spent. So in that case, it would actually be better as far as valuation to book this with the cash value with American Airlines. But let's look at it in business class. I bet you it changes a little bit. So we're looking at 50,000 points round trip to do the same exact flight in business class. Let's go ahead and pull it up here. Okay, the cheapest one that is showing in business or first class, because they combined it in these flights, is going to be $695. In that case, it would definitely be worth it to book your mileage with American Airlines opposed to purchasing the cash price. If we take the $695 and divide it by the $500, we're looking at a valuation of 1.39 cents per mile spent. That's totally a no-brainer. So again, guys, you definitely have to weigh out both options of this. For the most part, in business or first class, you can't go wrong. You're always going to get a higher valuation of your points than paying it for cash. But definitely do your homework. So guys, as you can see, you can get a huge amount of value by using your miles opposed to paying cash, but you definitely have to weigh out the options. In the meantime, if you found this video helpful, beneficial to you in any way, please consider subscribing, hitting that like button for me, and leave a comment below. What could I have elaborated on a little bit better? What type of redemptions have you been able to use your miles for, and what type of trips have you been able to enjoy out of it? I know by using my American Airlines points, I was able to enjoy a bunch of flights that there's no way I would have been able to afford just paying cash. So I hope you get to reap those benefits as well. And guys, until next time, thank you so much for watching.